Well, this is Steve Ridgell, and I thought we ought to talk a few minutes about statistics. I've been really amazed to see the COVID statistics. Here in my own state of Texas, as you know, the governor lifted the mask mandate, at least from the state, and opened up everything, and people started using all their statistics to show why that was a bad mistake and used a bunch of statistics to show why it was the right thing. And the interesting thing is they were the same statistics. It's all about how you interpret things, but I've done some study on things, and I want to share some statistics that I think absolutely prove my point. I've really done some research on things, and so here are some things I want to share with you. It is statistically true that everyone who takes regular breaths will live. Now think about that a moment. That is 100% true. It is also true those that do not take a breath die. That is statistically true. 100% of the people that have recovered from COVID had COVID, or they wouldn't have recovered. That statistic is true. There are lots of other statistics like that I'd be happy to share with you. For instance, do you know it's statistically true that no one has ever died who gave their vaccine to their mask? Well, that doesn't make any sense, but it's statistically true. So should I give my vaccine to the mask? I don't know. It doesn't seem like it makes much sense to me, but it is statistically true that I don't know of anyone, and I don't think it's been proven that anyone who gave their vaccine to their mask has died. There are lots of other statistics like that make absolutely no sense whatsoever. And there are a lot of things that everybody just throws out there that are 100% true. They're just a little nonsensical. Some of you have heard my illustration about the guy who was walking down the street doing this in the middle of downtown Dallas. And somebody said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm keeping away the elephants." And they said, "You idiot, there are no elephants in Dallas." He said, "Works, doesn't it?" Well, maybe. You know, it's funny how people are so sure about things and use statistics in funny ways. Maybe instead of trying to use them all to prove our point, we ought to really look for and give grace to people that maybe have different opinions as we try to wrestle through what's the right thing to do. I don't think there's anybody out there who's trying deliberately to harm people. But it really doesn't help the conversation when you assume everybody who has a different opinion from you is evil or stupid or doesn't love other people or doesn't love Jesus or doesn't care. It's a hard world. Let's be generous to each other. Now, admittedly, I'm a Christian, and so I'm pretty open to being more generous to people because God's been really generous and gracious to me. This is Steve Ridgell reminding you, you can probably prove about anything you want to from statistics. It just doesn't always make it correct or right.